Ja.
Welcome everybody. Is everything hearable? Do you understand me? I'm saying speaking English might be hard, but I'm trying to do it in English. There are some people not from the Netherlands, so I'm doing the talk in everything in English. I have told the speakers that they can do whatever they want, but I said the preference is English. So the people that are here from Poland, Finland, UK will understand it as well. But yeah, I know for Belgium it might be hard also to speak Dutch. That's true. So it is already fifth event. This year I have not called it Wireless London Association because some people already might have known the Wireless London Association and discontinued last year. But I thought this community, I forgot, Lithuania. Lithuania is here as well. They also do not really understand Dutch, apparently. So, yeah, so I do not call it Wireless London Association anymore. However, I thought the community here in the Netherlands is quite big. So I do still want to organize it. But I will go into details a little bit later. We have still Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure how many people that are on it nowadays. I think it's quite dead. Actually. So I know that people have asked me what to use. So hashtag WICONL, I have it called. So if you want to tweet about it today, tweet about it. There's a small change in the presentation lineup. Peter McKenzie will take after me and he will talk a little bit about WICO. All the other things are the same. The break will be just here or there, and the learning will not be on the first floor like last year, it will be on the second floor. So, do not walk to the first floor, walk to the second floor. Extra steps, very good. And we have a little extra talk. We have Wi-Fi 10, and we decided to do Wi-Fi 10 directly after Wi-Fi 8. So you can directly see the difference between Wi-Fi 8 and Wi-Fi 10. It will be great. And then around 6 o'clock, we want to close the event, and the people with the green tag mean that they are staying at least for tomorrow as well. So they have dinner. Everybody who has not a green tag and want to stay for dinner, let me know. And everything is able to arrange, but the restaurant need to know that up front. So if you want to stay for dinner, let me know. Everything is captured. So I'll plan to submit it to YouTube later. It's done by captured by Dominica. So you see two cameramen. So if your wife do not know that you're here, we will try to blur you out. You can join Slack as well. There's a wireless community Slack group in the Belgium, the Netherlands. You can scan the QR code. Either way, you can come to me to get joined. Or Raymond Hendricks will be hopefully coming later as well today. There was some traffic. So he's on his way here. He's also an admin of the wireless group as well. Last year we didn't have any new CWNEs, neither in the Netherlands, neither in Belgium. So Belgium is still quite far behind. So people, get your act together. And what I like about this event is that I can not only talk with the people that are my co-workers or co-workers, whatever you want to call them. I'm also able to talk with people from Cisco, Aruba. Sadly, Extreme was not able to make it. And apparently there's also a healthcare IT thing in Utrecht. Apparently that's more important. I'm not sure why, but whatever. But last year I didn't meant Extreme, so this year I was saying that I will call Extreme. So Extreme is not here. So Huawei is here, people from Mist, Cisco, Aruba, Meraki. I mean, how much do you know about Meraki, Ryan? How much do you know about Meraki?
Enough.
Okay, so Meraki is here as well. Next year I'm planning to move the event to May. And the reason is apparently a lot of things happen in April. And a lot of people have mentioned to me that they will want to come, but not able to come. And so I moved to May. So this is not per se set in stone, but I'm trying to use those dates for next year as well. And same concept as this year, starting with 3-day bootcamp. After that, the event like this, and then tomorrow will be the afternoon session. So you can already put it in gray in your calendar. It's far away. I did not check if there's a U2 concert yourself, so not sure. But at least you cannot say that your agenda is good. Because I'm very sure nothing is planned in your agendas for this year. And then it is my turn to give the word to Peter.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to talk to you this morning about elephants. Is that okay? Great. African elephants are an amazing animal. The more you look and study African elephants, the more you will hopefully appreciate them like I do. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about African elephants. African elephants love to live together in herds. They come together in groups. And then what often does is different herds, they go, oh, let's meet up with other herds and form a bigger herd. And they end up living together in massive communities. Why is that? Why do elephants live in big communities? And why do I think that's amazing? Well, what they do is they come to realise there's benefits of living in a community than living and wandering around the plains of Africa on their own. Some of those benefits that they've discovered is they're having a connection and belonging together. You'll often see elephants that go down to the water and start spreading water to each other, and they're actually playing with each other and having a good time. There's benefits of being around other elephants. They support one another. They learn from one another. They've been observed sharing things together. There's also an influence to be had in the community. People who maybe one herd has learned how to do something, they can have an influence over the other people in the community, and that's how learning can happen. And I think probably one of the biggest benefits from community is friendship. Okay? So all those other things are great, but friendship, I think, is probably one of the biggest benefits from community. Now, tell you a little story. I think I've got time to tell you a little story. Prior to the global pandemic of COVID that we had, I used to travel about 50% of the time. I was often away for a week, home a week, away for a week. And a lot of what I was doing was I was meeting people from what I would count as the international wireless community. I was traveling to conferences, I was speaking at conferences, I was traveling to events a little bit like this, I was going and doing some consultancy, but I was doing a lot of traveling and meeting people. And there's many, many people I was meeting who I would now count as my friends. People who are part of the wireless community. And then COVID happened, and my travel stopped. 2 years, no travel. And I thought, yes! I was bored of travelling, I was tired of travelling, staying in hotels. It's draining. And being away from your family, I hate being away from my family. And just thought, this is brilliant. I'm going to have time to spend with my family, be at home. This is actually going to be really good, a great time. And it was. 4 months went by, 6 months went by, and I started feeling quite sad. And I didn't know why. A bit more time went by. And it was great, I was spending more time with my family. Why am I feeling sad? I felt there was something missing. Now, I can tell you, it wasn't a travel. Staying in airports, having your flights delayed, losing your luggage, I wasn't missing any of that. I realised that eventually I was missing my friends. See, when I travel to these conferences, you then go out for dinner with these people who you meet. And it's community. I realised they'd become my friends. And now I haven't seen my friends for 2 years. And that's what I was missing. I was missing talking to people who had similar interests as me, learning from other people. All of that was cut off. What I was missing was that community and the people. And what we are seeking to do with WICO is, what I realised was there's loads of benefits of being part of a community. And not having that community made me realise even more why community is so important. So at WICO, what we really want to do is we want to bring that community to a wide audience. Because what I realised was I've been very blessed. I get to go to all these conferences, all these events. So many people don't get that opportunity. And they're not seen as getting the same benefits of having the connections that I've had. So that's really how WICO was born. WICO stands for Wireless Community. And what we're seeking to do is help to build local communities. Just like you've got here. This is a community of wireless people. So I feel in one way, speaking here in the Netherlands is a little bit like speaking to the converted. You guys have organised an event, Marcus organised an event, you guys have come, that is brilliant. But this is what we want to do. We want to do it in more places, we want to connect with more people. And we want to just start to put on events. This was an event we put on in the UK last year, one of our first events, where people can come together, they can chat about Wi-Fi. We had some 6 gigahertz testing going on, they can run some tests together, they can learn from one another, and they can, but also there's a great social element in it as well, okay, where we can have great discussions. So that's what we're all about. We want to, potentially we might start to put on different events in different countries, so I'll talk a little bit about our events coming up, but we'd like to probably put one on in the Netherlands, maybe in about 6 months' time. So how can you be involved? Well, the first thing to do is join the herd. This QR code just goes to a page where you can put in your name, your email address, just so we can keep in touch with you. So I'd love you to just sign up to WICO. Just say, I want to be part of the community, I want to be part, and then we can keep you in touch with events which are happening. I'm going to tell you about a couple now, but we can just keep you in touch with what we're doing, what's happening, which events are happening in which regions, and we can keep you up to date. So do join our project. I've got a slide choice, there you go. What events are we running then? Well, we run 2 types of events. One-day events very similar to this. Our next one is in Oslo next week. It's actually sold out, which I'm really pleased about. So we're starting to build a sort of Nordics community, and we've got an event next week doing that. But then we're also trying to do, once a year, we're going to run, instead of a one-day event, a 2-day mini conference, I think, if you want to put it that way. And the idea behind this is, instead of just building like the Netherlands had, the Nordics had, this is a chance for all the herds to come together across Europe. The first one's going to be in the UK, in Manchester, the 11th and 12th of July. That's a link to the Eventbrite ticket page. We do have early bird ticket prices at the moment. We're trying to keep our events affordable, okay? So similar to the sort of price you paid for this event today, the one-day events are going to be similar. They'll be around 80, 90 euros. The 2-day event, because it's a 2-day conference with evening food and drinks, it's going to be about £250, British pounds, which we think is very affordable for a 2-day conference compared to, if you look at a lot of conferences, Wi-Fi conferences, which are in the thousands. We don't want to do that. The whole idea is we just want to make events affordable, so more people can get there. So that's what we're trying to do. And that's going to be our next big event. I'd love you guys to just, sign up and say, I'm going to come to this conference, you sign up to WICO in general and say, yeah, I want to be informed, and let's build a community that can love, support, learn from one another. That's all I've got to say. Thank you for listening.
Next one is Joel. Before Joel is coming to stage, everybody has on their seat the program booklet as well, and discount code for CWMP as well to get an extra text antenna as well. So I know in the Netherlands, Coron is doing it, and in Belgium I think 822, if I'm not correct. So you can always contact them as well. But now you need to email Matthew Wenham. He was on the list, so if you want one, you can get one for free, only ship it cost, so it's not really free.